won the first one, I think. They had a pretty fortunate spawn. Sorry, they had a pretty fortunate thing where the ring just went in on them, so I don't know like, how much of it was like earned or how much of it was just holding the position. But they seem to be doing well, though. They had a pretty perfect performance on that particular game.
Prepare to fight. Round begins in 3.
Alright guys, let's move into the game. It's the next semi-final. It's CNZ versus Nitrino. I really do need to eat a bit, guys, though, otherwise before food goes weird. But we're watching CNZ at the moment, who is looking to just get full control of everything. Weird start from Nitrino. CNZ really needs weapons, though. And he's just heard where he is, so he can play off of that sound cue. Oh my... How does he keep doing that? How does he keep doing that? How is he so good at that? Oh, he's railable. Oh my god. He just got the light armor in time. That's truly remarkable. No one's as consistent as doing that as Nitrino. Good use of Ghost Walk there. Don't want to take the damage. Oh, he almost did it again. LG. There's not done enough damage. Seems it's still got quite a bit behind him. Sorry, censored. Dark Shadow Race has over 1,400 of them. Yeah, that's a ton. Is that someone we met at QuakeCon? Well, CNZ's controls working out alright for him at the moment. Predicted there, no Ghost Walk available, so insta-death. That rocket was actually pretty close. I have my best shots of my life. Or at least one of my favorites. Going up the bounce pad of Heavy. But then firing a rocket towards the lightning gun bounce pad and hitting him at the apex of the jump. Oh! Oh! I just, yeah. My heart melted. Nyx doesn't need a huge nerf though, guys. I don't know why we needed to take damage in Ghost Walk. He's not that powerful. Nitrino just going up too close. Aware of his ability, but CNZ just got a massive dunk weapon with that orb. Oh, he actually went for it? Nitrino's going, like, all-out aggressive, which... It feels like it's going back to his sort of normal style, whereas I feel like we were gifted some very nice kind of V2.0 versions of Nitrino beforehand, where he was really taking his time, thinking about the game, getting that good victory in. Oh, holy crap. He's not going to back off. Well, he does double back eventually. Wow. If you think Quick is all about the abilities, then I think you're totally off your rocker. Quick is about a hell of a lot of things. Quick used to be all about that, but abilities have been toned down so much. Ooh, what a rocket. But even when they were at their most powerful, weapons are still an integral part. Overkill, but fair enough. You can't just go huge by catering to casuals, guys. The reason Fortnite went huge is they didn't just cater to casuals. They catered to a young audience. Whether they're casuals or not, when you start to hit craze levels with kids between the ages of like 8 and 14, you take the game to a whole new level. And Quake's Champions are never going to be catering to that age of audience. Just not through the way it's designed. I've seen those rockets, man. Not too shabby. Like, so PUBG got big because it was one of the first movers into the Battle Royale genre. They kind of formalized it, so they immediately got popularity because it's a new experience for gamers. It's not like a recycling of various formulas of MMORPG or normal FPS games or like regular military simulators where it's team versus team. It's team versus team versus team versus team, or it's player versus player versus player versus player. It's Battle Royale, it's last man standing. You got one life. You don't respawn. Something totally, totally fresh. And now what is it? Auto battlers doing fantastically. If you can provide a new experience for gamers, it's compelling. I actually think that Quake Champions is a new experience for a lot of gamers, but we don't have the development or marketing budget behind the game. I think that you could attract a decent audience, but you wouldn't be able to hit the young audience like some of these other games have been able to. How do I view the channel's growth? Oh, it grew quite a bit when I went into Quake Champions in the first year and a half of Quake Champions. But this channel doesn't really grow much now. There's a little bit of growth between patches. Oh. You feel? Yeah, I'm sorry, Nick. Best possible scenario would be a community-driven game development. Well, no, like, that's, I think, a naive way to look at it, though, because a community-driven game, like, unless your community is millions of people, you're not going to create something enormously popular. And then if you've got millions of people, then like, how do you ever make a decision in development? Sorry, I haven't been casting this one too much. I've been trying to eat some food. CNZ has been winning this quite decisively, and I'm trying to just eat so I can make sure that I'm around for the final and casting that to my fullest. Oh, chess is great. I love chess. I'm eating like a sort of mishmash of lots of things. I had a pork pie, I've got a scotch egg, got some pasta, coleslaw, pepperoni, dairy dunkers, got all kinds of things. This is a fantastic little lunch. There's not enough social features in this game at the moment, I think, to go to the next level. They've polished a lot of things that were not fully working, which has been positive, but there's not enough stuff in here, I think, that is incentivizing friends to play together. It's a competitive game. We don't have a competitive team mode. We've got 2v2, which is just an awful team representation of what is possible. Honestly, stick a team mode in ranked that's 4v4. Even if it's attack and defend, just stick any 4v4 team mode. It doesn't matter how active it is at the moment. Just put something in there. If there's ever a push on an update where they do more marketing, which is more than just a tweet, then that's another way to, maybe get people interested. 2v2 is it's not inspiring enough.
Prepare to fight.
2v2 is the opposite of great.
Round begins in.
It's fine. It's just absolutely not great.
Fight.
We've got map 2, guys. CNZ's 1-0 up. CTF 4v4 TDM or attack and defend. One of those. Ooh, this is some nice damage. Went close up to the rocket position and got punished super hard. Nice position that Nitrino was holding. Oh, 2v2 is literally the only team mode that we have in ranked. So as far as concerned, it's the only good team mode we have in ranked, but there should be more team modes. And I really hope that the next update will address that, because we don't really know what the next update's likely to address. Probably sound fixes, a couple of balance changes, but I don't know what more. Oh, sacrifice. Yeah, sacrifice also a possibility. Like, sacrifice, attack and defend, TDM, or CTF. Or whatever I missed saying. Out of 4 modes, just pick one, put it in rank, just for a season, and go with it. The Nitrino's going ham at the start of this, actually. He's had a great beginning. "2v2 was good competitively, because from the player pool that we had out of the pros, we managed to get a lot of really fun and exciting teams to watch. But in terms of a casual competitive mode, I think it's not enough, because sure, you can play with a mate of yours, but these social circles are usually more than just 2s, right? When you've got these 5-5 CS teams, you got these 6s in Overwatch, you got 5s in Rainbow Six Siege. I'm trying to think of like a competitive FPS out there that has 4 or less people per team, and I can't really think of much. People's social circles extend beyond, just one other player. Okay, 3 in Apex. 3 in Apex is probably the best example. PUBG, yeah. PUBG is also good. But have we got anything which is just 2? Oh, you could play 2s in PUBG, or you can play 2s in Fortnite, or, whatever it is. 3 in Rocket League. Okay, well, I was talking about FPS games, but yeah. But then you've got games like Dota and League, which are 5s. All these massively, massively popular games, which are, yeah, a bit more. And Apex was very popular. I feel like the popularity's kind of died down a bit. I feel like, okay, there's There's tons and tons of games which are... Oh, Nitrino's holding on to this. There's tons and tons of games which have got mostly 4s, 5s, 6s. Oh, there's a couple that are 3s and can be 2s. I feel like, why cater to the minority? And then it's also so constant as a game mode that there's literally no space to breathe whatsoever. That's why I think that's why I think Sacrifice actually isn't bad at all. If you can just extend the break by 15 seconds between rounds, then I actually think Sacrifice would be a very, very worthy contender for being a 4v4 ranked team mode. Oh yeah, I mean, I'm not thinking about spectating stuff at all. I'm just thinking about just playing enjoyment. Just kind of showcasing that this can be competitive. But we spent so long just having 2v2 or nothing in a competitive game. So little time has been spent having that ranked thing. Sacrifice was in the Quake World Championship. We never had a ranked Sacrifice queue. That makes no sense to me. No sense to me at all. There was $1.5 million. Okay, it wasn't $1.5 million, but if you put it together, probably $1 million put into Sacrifice, or close to. Just prize pool alone, not including production.
Warning.
Is Dota a lot? I love watching Dota. I really enjoy it. Anyway, I'm going to cast this game actually because CNZ's still behind 5 minutes in. Nitrino's have been having a very solid Awoken at the moment, and winning this map would actually be pretty damn meaningful. So let's see. Let's try and catch up a bit and go beyond the discussion, although the discussion's been a lot of fun. CNZ definitely working his way back in. Really good usage of the piercing sight. I don't think Nitrino's going to be able to get away from this. Perfect weapon switch. He's going to be back over to items on time. He does need to find a way to top up rockets and LG. I do feel like Nitrino could be on borrowed time fairly soon. He needs to slow this down. He needs to find some out of control damage. And he has been spotted. Nitrino really aggressive. His turret can't do anything for him there. And he hasn't invested... Well, his investment in terms of like his death wasn't enough damage. Look, we've got Mega Health taken right after. We've got Light Armor taken right after. Got him in the little cubby, and there's the direct rocket. Nitrino can't get any additional damage. For perfect combo. And see, Nitrino is the one going towards him most of the time. He has these such great moments of gameplay. This time he rushes CNZ down and he's just not ready for it. But it's constant. It's forward, 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 forward. CNZ can't really afford to make mistakes on his own though. That direct rocket was ludicrously good. Yeah, Nitrino can't afford to play passively. He has some intel to work with there, but CNZ is hitting so much. Oh, goes out. Wants to go for the spam shot, but CNZ's smart to keep the pressure going. So Nitrino manages to get himself to mega health. That was actually quite expensive. Heavy will be up soon. Doesn't know exactly where he's gone. I'm guessing he's like at the banana. Oh no. He came down. Looks like he was floating a machine gun. But it's taken enough time that CNZ can get himself onto the mega health. He must have heard that. Good little dodge. Nitrino is going to be slightly more stacked than him for the moment, but it's fairly damn even. Meeting up at T. That's been good work, actually. Tri-bolt. Into rails. So we're going to get ourselves a sudden death here. Next frag is going to decide whether we go to a tiebreaker or whether CNZ is going to be the one making it over to the final. Oh, that hurts. He needs to hit it. He knows he needs to hit it. Oh, Nitrino's going to get out of there. Oh, man. Good dodging. Nitrino barely escaping. CNZ is missing some chances. Oh, Nitrino jumps forward in that moment. This is difficult. Again, Nitrino's got to pull out some miracles. He's barely alive. How is Nitrino still going? He does it in the end, but Nitrino's slipping away so many times, but he just can't keep it together. He had that lead earlier on, and he just kept running at Nitrino. Sorry, at CNZ, and it just, yeah, he kind of threw away a lead a bit. Damage incredibly even between the two of them, though. 1,000 more rail damage. A lot more rocket damage from Nitrino. Yeah, good game there. Well played from Nitrino to make it that close.